Learn to act as if you can't fail. Let those words sink in for a moment. Not try not to fail, not hope you won't fail, but act as if failure is literally impossible. What would you do differently right now if you knew, with absolute certainty, that you couldn't fail? I've seen people transform their entire existence in a single moment. Not through years of struggle, not through endless trying and failing, but through one profound shift in their neural circuitry. The moment they truly embraced this concept, acting as if failure was impossible, everything changed. Let me share something that happened in one of my advanced workshops that changed how I view human potential forever. A participant named Michael came to us after 3 failed businesses and crushing debt. He was carrying the weight of what society would call failure on his shoulders. But in just 3 days, he completely rewired his brain's response to challenges. What happened next defied everything we thought we knew about success and failure. You see, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's really happening and what you're intensely imagining. When you truly act as if you can't fail, your neural pathways begin firing in new patterns. Your brain literally begins to restructure itself to match your new reality. What most people don't realize is that failure isn't a physical reality. It's a neural pattern. A pattern that's been reinforced through years of conditioning. But here's the exciting part. Just as your brain learned to fear failure, it can learn to eliminate that fear entirely. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. But before I reveal how to rewire your brain for success, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how some people seem immune to setbacks? While others crumble at the slightest obstacle, these individuals appear to bounce back stronger every time. The difference isn't luck, talent, or resources. It's their neural programming. When you act as if you can't fail, something remarkable happens in your brain. Your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, actually begins to shrink. Meanwhile, your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for planning, decision-making, and confidence, becomes more active. This isn't just positive thinking. This is biological transformation. Think about learning to ride a bike. At first, your brain is flooded with fear signals. What if I fall? What if I get hurt? But the moment you stop focusing on falling and start acting as if you can't fail, something magical happens. Your body naturally finds its balance. Success becomes your default state. Now, imagine applying this same principle to every area of your life. Your career, relationships, health, financial goals. What if you approached each one with the absolute certainty that failure wasn't even a possibility? I remember working with a world-class athlete who had lost her edge. Despite years of training and previous successes, she had developed what sports psychologists call the yips, a fear-based response that was sabotaging her performance. But when we taught her to act as if failure wasn't an option, her performance didn't just return to normal, it exceeded all her previous records. So how do we actually do this? How do we transition from knowing these principles to embodying them at a cellular level? The process I'm about to share with you has transformed thousands of lives, and it starts with understanding 3 fundamental truths about your brain's operating system. Truth number 1. Your brain can't tell the difference between what you're vividly imagining and what's actually happening. When you practice acting as if you can't fail, your brain creates new neural networks that support this reality. Truth number 2. Emotion is the language of the brain. When you combine the thought of success with intense positive emotion, you create what neuroscientists call a long-term potentiation, strengthening the neural pathways that support your new reality. And truth number 3, perhaps the most powerful. Your brain is literally rewiring itself every single moment based on where you place your attention. Every time you catch yourself thinking about failure and consciously redirect to success, you're physically redesigning your neural architecture. Let me show you exactly how this works. Right now, I want everyone to close their eyes. Think of something you've been afraid to pursue because of the fear of failure. Got it? Now, instead of seeing all the ways it could go wrong, I want you to create a vivid mental movie of it going exactly as you desire. See yourself moving through each step with absolute confidence. Feel the emotion of success flowing through your body. Notice how your breathing changes, how your posture shifts, and how your energy transforms when you fully embody this state of certainty. This isn't just visualization. You're literally programming your nervous system for success. The more you practice this, the more your brain begins to accept it as your new normal. Your old patterns of doubt and hesitation start to dissolve, replaced by new neural pathways of certainty and action. Now let me share something revolutionary about this process. Most people wait to feel confident until after they've succeeded. But that's like waiting to get in shape before going to the gym. The key is to generate those feelings of certainty and success before you see the physical evidence. I worked with a young entrepreneur who was terrified of public speaking. Every time she had to present to investors, her anxiety would paralyze her. But through this process, something remarkable happened. Instead of focusing on all the ways she could fail, she began acting as if success was inevitable. Within 3 months, she secured more funding than she'd raised in the previous 3 years combined. Here's what was happening in her brain. By consistently acting as if she couldn't fail, she was literally rewiring her neural pathways. The stress hormones that once flooded her system before presentations were replaced by confidence-boosting neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. But here's where most people get stuck. They try to think positively while still carrying the emotional residue of past failures. Your mind might be saying, "I can do this," but if your body is still carrying the chemistry of fear and doubt, you're sending mixed signals to your brain. This is why I want you to practice what I call the success body scan. Each morning, before you start your day, take 5 minutes to feel what success feels like in your body. Notice how you breathe when you're confident. Feel how you hold your shoulders when you're certain. Experience how you move when you know you can't fail. As you do this consistently, something fascinating happens. Your body begins to memorize these feelings of success. It becomes your new normal state. You're no longer pretending to be confident. You're literally redesigning your nervous system to make confidence your default setting. Think about the greatest achievers in history. They all had moments where failure seemed inevitable. But what set them apart wasn't that they never faced obstacles. It was their unshakable certainty that they would ultimately succeed. When you act as if you can't fail, you tap into what quantum physicists call the field of infinite possibilities. You're no longer limited by your past experiences or current circumstances. You begin operating from a completely new level of consciousness. I've seen this transformation countless times in our workshops. People who've struggled with chronic conditions suddenly find their health improving. Individuals stuck in dead-end jobs suddenly attract amazing opportunities. Relationships that seemed beyond repair begin to heal. Recent studies in neuroplasticity show that when you maintain a state of absolute certainty for just 3 minutes, you begin to create new neural networks. Do this consistently for 21 days, and these networks become stable, creating your new default state. Let's do another powerful exercise right now. Think of your biggest goal, the one that both excites and scares you. Now, instead of asking, "How can I achieve this?" ask yourself, "How would I approach this if I knew with absolute certainty that I couldn't fail?" Feel the shift in your energy when you ask that question. Notice how your perception of obstacles changes. Instead of seeing roadblocks, you begin to see stepping stones. Instead of feeling fear, you feel excitement. This isn't just positive thinking. This is you rewiring your brain's response to challenges. Now, let's delve deeper. You might wonder, what if I act as if I can't fail but still face setbacks? Here's the truth. Setbacks are not failures. They are feedback. Each misstep is a lesson, a recalibration, and an opportunity to refine your approach. When you truly act as if failure is not an option, you interpret setbacks not as signs to stop, but as signals to adapt and push forward. Think of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His mindset exemplifies the power of acting as if failure doesn't exist. For Edison, every setback was a stepping stone toward success. When you adopt this mindset, your persistence becomes unshakable, and your determination transforms obstacles into opportunities. Here's another practical tip to solidify this mindset. Create a can't-fail journal. Each day, write down one bold action you took while embodying the belief that failure is impossible. Reflect on the results, the lessons learned, and the progress made. Over time, this journal becomes a powerful testament to your growth, reinforcing your neural programming and building unshakable confidence. Incorporate this into your routine, and you'll notice a profound shift. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will start appearing. Conversations that once felt intimidating will flow effortlessly. Goals that once seemed unattainable will begin to materialize. This is not magic. It's the result of aligning your mindset, emotions, and actions with the belief that success is inevitable. Remember, acting as if you can't fail is not about arrogance or blind optimism. It's about cultivating a state of unwavering confidence rooted in your ability to learn, adapt, and persevere. It's about stepping into your potential and unleashing the extraordinary power of your mind. As you practice this daily, you'll discover a truth that has always been within you. You are capable of far more than you ever imagined. And when you act as if you can't fail, you unlock the door to limitless possibilities. Next, consider the impact this mindset can have on your relationships. Acting as if you can't fail in your connections with others means approaching every interaction with authenticity, empathy, and courage. Instead of fearing rejection or misunderstanding, you focus on building genuine connections. This shift not only enhances your relationships, but also strengthens your resilience to navigate conflicts and misunderstandings. Now imagine applying this to your career or business. Acting as if you can't fail empowers you to take calculated risks, pitch bold ideas, and embrace opportunities that might have seemed intimidating before. This mindset doesn't guarantee instant success, but it ensures that every step you take is one of growth, learning, and progress. Finally, remember that this journey is a process. Acting as if you can't fail is a practice that requires consistency and commitment. But as you embrace it, you'll find that the fear of failure loses its grip on you, and a world of infinite possibilities begins to open. Another powerful layer to acting as if you can't fail is integrating gratitude into your daily life. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what you already have, which primes your brain for abundance and success. Research in positive psychology has shown that people who practice daily gratitude experience higher levels of happiness and resilience. Gratitude rewires your brain by reinforcing neural pathways associated with positivity and well-being. Start a daily gratitude practice by writing down 3 things you're thankful for. These don't have to be monumental. They can be as simple as the support of a loved one, a productive day, or even a good cup of coffee. When paired with the mindset of acting as if you can't fail, gratitude creates an unbeatable combination that propels you toward success. To sustain this mindset, it's crucial to visualize not just immediate wins, but also long-term impact. Ask yourself, how will my actions today shape the next 5 or 10 years of my life? Imagine the ripple effects of success, not just for you, but for the people you love, the community you serve, or even the world at large. This broader perspective provides a sense of purpose, fueling your drive to overcome challenges and stay committed to your goals. The people you surround yourself with can significantly impact your ability to act as if you can't fail. Create an inner circle of supportive, growth-minded individuals who inspire and challenge you. These relationships act as a mirror, reflecting back the potential and determination you might sometimes forget you possess. Share your mindset with them and watch how it amplifies their growth alongside yours. Embracing the mindset of acting as if you can't fail is a transformative journey. It's not about avoiding obstacles, but redefining them as stepping stones toward your ultimate vision. With each step, fueled by confidence, gratitude, and a supportive community, you'll find yourself breaking through limits you once thought insurmountable. Remember, the possibilities are infinite, and the power to unlock them lies within you. To truly harness the power of acting as if you can't fail, Let's explore how this mindset interacts with some of life's most critical challenges. One area where people often struggle is personal growth. Many of us set ambitious goals, learning a new skill, overcoming a bad habit, or becoming more disciplined, but get derailed by the fear of falling short. Here's a powerful strategy to overcome this. Break down your goals into micro actions. These are small, achievable steps that build momentum and reinforce the belief that success is within reach. For example, if your goal is to become physically fit, don't focus on running a marathon right away. Start with a 10-minute daily walk and gradually increase your intensity. Every micro-action completed with the mindset that failure is not an option strengthens your neural pathways and rewires your brain for resilience. Think about it. If you act as if every small step is a victory, you train your brain to see progress instead of setbacks. This perspective shift is often the difference between giving up and persevering until success becomes inevitable. Another critical area to examine is how this mindset affects your approach to uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and many people freeze in the face of the unknown. But acting as if you can't fail doesn't mean eliminating uncertainty. It means embracing it as part of the journey. It's about seeing uncertainty not as a barrier, but as a canvas for possibility. When you accept that every unknown holds the seed of opportunity, you approach challenges with curiosity and enthusiasm rather than fear. This brings us to a crucial question. How do you cultivate this mindset when faced with adversity? It starts with reframing your narrative. Instead of telling yourself, "I'm stuck," say, "I'm being prepared for something greater." This small shift in language rewires your brain to see difficulties as temporary and surmountable. Let's pause here. Before you proceed to the next segment, reflect on your current challenges. Ask yourself, how can I reframe these situations to act as if failure isn't an option? Now that you've reflected on reframing challenges, let's dive deeper into how acting as if you can't fail applies to achieving mastery in any field. Mastery doesn't come overnight. It's the result of consistent effort, practice, and a willingness to learn from every outcome. When you approach mastery with the mindset that failure is impossible, setbacks transform from sources of frustration into invaluable lessons. Take, for example, the story of an artist honing their craft. Every brushstroke that doesn't meet their expectations isn't a failure. It's feedback. Acting as if you can't fail means understanding that each perceived mistake is guiding you toward your best work. This mindset encourages experimentation, risk-taking, and ultimately breakthroughs that would have been impossible if fear of failure held you back. A practical way to implement this is by setting process-oriented goals rather than outcome-oriented ones. Instead of saying, "I need to finish a masterpiece by next month," focus on dedicating an hour every day to your craft. This shift not only reduces pressure, but also aligns your efforts with the belief that consistent action guarantees progress. The mindset of acting as if you can't fail is also a game changer when it comes to relationships. Whether it's a romantic partnership, a friendship, or a professional connection, fear of rejection often keeps us from fully expressing ourselves. When you adopt the belief that failure isn't an option, you stop holding back. You communicate openly, take initiative, and approach interactions with authenticity. For instance, imagine reaching out to a mentor you admire. Many people hesitate because they fear being ignored or rejected, but acting as if failure is impossible shifts your focus. Instead of dwelling on potential rejection, you focus on the opportunity to connect and learn. Even if the outcome isn't what you initially hoped for, the act of reaching out builds confidence and strengthens your ability to take bold actions in the future. Let's not overlook the role of gratitude in fostering this mindset. Gratitude acts as an anchor, grounding you in the present and helping you see how far you've come. When you regularly reflect on what you're grateful for, it becomes easier to believe in your ability to succeed. You realize that you've already overcome challenges and achieved milestones that once seemed daunting. To integrate gratitude into your daily routine, try this exercise. Each evening, write down 3 things that went well during your day and why they happened. By doing this consistently, You'll train your brain to focus on success rather than setbacks. Over time, this habit will reinforce your belief that you're capable of achieving even greater things. Building on the foundation of gratitude and reframing challenges, let's explore how acting as if you can't fail influences your ability to innovate and solve problems. Innovation often requires venturing into uncharted territory, where uncertainty is high, and the chances of encountering obstacles are almost guaranteed. However, when you adopt the belief that failure is not an option, you start seeing challenges as puzzles waiting to be solved rather than barriers blocking your path. Consider the story of Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. She credits her success to a mindset she developed early in life. Her father would regularly ask her, "What did you fail at today?" Instead of shaming failure, he celebrated the courage to try. This redefinition of failure enabled her to take risks and turn a simple idea into a billion-dollar empire. Acting as if she couldn't fail meant she wasn't afraid to innovate, even when the odds were stacked against her. You can cultivate this mindset by embracing a failure-friendly environment in your own life. Start small. Take on a project where the outcome is uncertain and view every step as an experiment. Each result, whether it meets your expectations or not, offers valuable insights that bring you closer to your goal. This approach not only fosters creativity, but also builds resilience, making you more adaptable in the face of challenges. Another powerful tool to reinforce this mindset is visualization, but with a twist. While many people focus solely on visualizing success, you can take it a step further by imagining yourself navigating setbacks with grace and determination. Picture yourself facing a challenge, overcoming it, and emerging stronger. This dual approach conditions your brain to see both success and resilience as part of your identity. Let's also talk about how this mindset impacts leadership. Great leaders are not those who never make mistakes, but those who remain steadfast in the face of adversity. Acting as if you can't fail allows you to lead with confidence, inspire others, and make bold decisions. It's about showing your team that setbacks are stepping stones and that success is inevitable when you stay committed. One practical leadership exercise is to openly share your own stories of resilience with your team. When people see that even their leader has faced challenges and emerged stronger, it fosters a culture of trust and perseverance. Encourage your team to adopt the mindset that every obstacle is an opportunity, and watch how this transforms not only their performance, but also their morale. Finally, let's address a common misconception. Acting as if you can't fail doesn't mean ignoring risks. It means acknowledging risks without letting them paralyze you. It's about taking calculated actions with confidence, knowing that even if the outcome isn't what you expected, you'll find a way to adapt and thrive. This is what separates those who merely dream from those who achieve. Take a moment now to think about an area of your life where fear has been holding you back. How would you approach it differently if you acted as if success was guaranteed? Write down one bold action you can take today to move closer to your goal. Remember, the journey begins with a single step, and each step taken with this mindset strengthens your belief in what's possible. Let's explore how acting as if you can't fail can fundamentally reshape not just your personal goals, but your broader vision for life. This mindset isn't confined to individual achievements. It can redefine how you contribute to the world and the legacy you leave behind. When you act as if failure is impossible, you tap into a level of courage that enables you to pursue dreams that extend beyond yourself. Think about the innovators, leaders, and changemakers who have reshaped history. These individuals didn't just aim for personal success. They dared to envision a future that was better for everyone. Their belief in their ability to succeed fueled their resilience, even when faced with opposition or seemingly insurmountable odds. To adopt this broader perspective, start by asking yourself, what kind of impact do I want to have on the world? Imagine your life as a ripple in a vast ocean. Every action you take, no matter how small, creates waves that can reach and inspire others. Acting as if you can't fail amplifies your ability to take bold steps toward creating these ripples of positive change. A practical way to implement this is by defining your why. Why do you wake up every day? What drives you to keep moving forward, even when the path is uncertain? Your why becomes a powerful anchor, reminding you that your efforts matter not just to you, but to those who will benefit from your success. When you connect your actions to a purpose greater than yourself, the fear of failure fades into insignificance. Let's turn our attention to resilience, an essential quality for sustaining this mindset over the long term. Life will undoubtedly test your resolve. There will be moments when progress feels slow and doubts creep in. In these moments, resilience is your superpower, the ability to bounce back, learn, and move forward stronger than before. One way to build resilience is through self-compassion. Instead of criticizing yourself for perceived shortcomings, treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a close friend. Acknowledge your efforts, celebrate small wins, and remind yourself that growth is a journey. This practice not only strengthens your mindset, but also ensures that you maintain the energy and motivation to keep going. Let's take a moment to envision the future. Imagine a version of yourself who has fully embraced the belief that failure is not an option. Picture the doors this mindset has opened, the relationships it has strengthened, and the achievements it has unlocked. How does this version of you walk, speak, and approach challenges? Hold on to this vision and let it guide your actions moving forward. Finally, remember that acting as if you can't fail is not a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. Each morning, reaffirm this belief. Each evening, reflect on how it shaped your actions. Over time, this consistency will transform your life in ways you never thought possible. As you step into this new chapter, know this: the world is waiting for the gifts only you can bring. When you act as if you can't fail, you unlock not only your potential, but also the potential to inspire and uplift those around you. Success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. So go forward boldly. Act as if failure doesn't exist. Create, innovate, connect, and lead with the confidence that you are capable of achieving greatness. The journey ahead is yours to shape, and the possibilities are truly limitless.